How's it going? Welcome back to the channel where today we are doing the members choice video. As usual, every Sunday members get to vote in a poll for a video and they have chosen to do a tier list on the Rocket League game mode. So I've selected a few of the main game modes. Obviously there's lots of other game modes like Rocket Labs and stuff like that as well, but I didn't want to include that in this one because otherwise it'd make it a little bit too long in the video. I'll quickly go through all the game modes that we are including today in this tier list. So we've got 1v1, 2v2, 3v3 and 4v4, i.e. Chaos. And then we'll move into Rocket League Rumble, Drop Shot, Hoops and Snow Day, i.e. all the fun modes. Then we're moving into Heat Seeker, Beach Ball, Spike Rush, and finally I've brought back an OG game mode because I want to add that to the tier list, which is Solo Standard. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to rate this based on A, how much I enjoy the game, and B, how much it helps me improve in the game. So let's start off with 1v1. So 1v1s are probably one of the game modes which I enjoy the least, to be honest. I should play it a little bit more though to improve my mechanics. I'd say that if you are starting out in Rocket League, 1v1 is a good place to start just so you can get used to all of the controls and stuff like that, and you're not having people flying, doing aerials, taking the ball off you all the time. You've got a little bit of time to try and dribble the ball a bit more. But like I said, I don't really enjoy 1v1 and I haven't played it in, I'd probably say at least 5-6 seasons, so I do need to get back into it because recently I've looked at my mechanics and thought, you know what, I definitely need to improve them. So overall, I'm going to give it a meh. I don't think it's the god tier game mode because it doesn't really help with rotations for 2v2 and 3v3, but it's good for shadow defense and it is also good for dribbling, etc. just to get yourself a little bit better. But then I'll find that when you move from 1v1 into 2v2 or 3v3, it's quite a big step up because people will challenge you a lot quicker and things like that. So sometimes I find it not as helpful, so I'm going to put that one straight into section meh. Right, and now we're moving into 2v2. So 2v2 I'd say is probably one of my top favourite game modes on the game, but again it's still not the best game mode. I think 3v3 is probably better. I probably prefer Drop Shot a little bit more, and I probably prefer Rumble as well than I do 2v2, but 2v2 is probably top 4, top 5 maybe of my game modes of choice, so it's going quite high up there for how much I enjoy the mode. Now in terms of how much it helps you, I think it actually helps quite a lot. It just definitely helps with passing plays and things like that because you have to work with your other teammate then, and also rotations as well. It'll help you rotate back a little bit more to make you defend more than 3v3s and less than 1v1, but 1v1 you've got so much time anyway that I don't think it's that beneficial. So I'm actually going to put 2v2 in good fun. I really enjoy playing 2v2, especially when I play with a mate like Fluky or Atom or someone like that. I just enjoy playing 2v2 with someone else and just chilling and vibing. Next is 3v3. 3v3 I'd probably say is the funnest mode out of all of the modes on this sheet. I really enjoy playing this one with Fluky and Atom, and we just play on an evening, and most evenings we can just enjoy it regardless of if we're losing every game. So I have to say it's probably the most enjoyable out there, and I'd have to say as well it's probably one of the most beneficial game modes too.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Because you have to get your passing plays to break apart your opponents, you have to defend well, otherwise they're going to score on you. Positioning is really important as well in 3v3, so in terms of getting better at the game as well, I would also say 3v3s is beneficial. So we're going up in rank at the moment as this is going straight up to god tier game mode. And the next one is 4v4 Chaos. Now, I don't enjoy this one at all. It's just too many people. You can't dribble the ball, otherwise you've got someone flying in, either your teammate or the opposition. Usually it's just chaos. I have to say it is chaos, so I'd probably put this down towards the bottom in terms of enjoyment. Disgusting! And then in terms of helping you improve as well, again, not very high. Maybe it would help with boost management because there's so many people on the pitch that you need to try and manage your boost a lot better, but for me it is a please remove. We don't enjoy chaos. The fact that that is still in the game is ridiculous, and they should definitely remove that and replace it with Drop Shot. And now it's time to move into the Rocket League fun mode. So we're starting off with Rumble. Now Rumble, as you know, is one of my Rocket League Road to SSL series, and I have actually hit SSL in Rumble too, so definitely one of the game modes that I enjoy the most. So I'm going to put it up near the top, god tier, good fun, meh. No, probably god tier or good fun to be honest. in terms of enjoyment. Now, in terms of improving your gameplay, I wouldn't say it's a great one for improving your gameplay, because if you mess up, you can just use a power-up, which will save you. last second. There is also a lot of RNG as well. So in terms of improving at the game, I'd probably say Rumble is probably near the bottom in terms of improvement. However, because I do enjoy playing Rumble so much, and I'd probably say it's the easiest one to rank up in, and if you work well as a team as well, you will go up the ranks pretty quickly. So I'm going to place that one up in good fun. And next is Drop Shot. Unfortunately, Drop Shot was removed from Rocket League ranks this season.
No, God!
But thankfully, next season it will be back, and instead replacing Snow Day. This is probably one of my favourite game modes, is Drop Shot. After 3v3, I'd probably go Drop Shot. The second, I just really enjoy it. Unfortunately, not that many people play, which is why they're having to get rid of the game mode and instead just have Snow Day or Drop Shot each season. One thing I would say Drop Shot is quite helpful for is overcommitting and also putting pressure on the defenders, because in Drop Shot, if you overcommit, they will definitely capitalise from that and score. So it's quite a good one for stopping you from overcommitting, but also it can make you a little bit too passive. But then another thing that it is quite good at is being quick at aerials. If you're not quick enough up to an aerial, then they're going to beat you and knock it down on your side. And also quite good for 50-50s as well, because if you can win all your 50-50s, you're pinching it back in their half and you're keeping it your colour. So I'd say Drop Shot's fairly beneficial, and I'd say I really enjoy that one as well. So I'm going to put it up to good fun as well. Now, alongside Rumble, I'm actually going to put it above Rumble because I do enjoy Drop Shot more than Rumble, and I also enjoy it more than 2v2 as well. So that's going to the top end of good fun. And next we are moving into Hoops. So Hoops, I would say, is probably the most beneficial of the fun modes. It is good for not only improving your aerials, it's good for improving wall plays, backboard defense, and defending the hoop as well, because it's a lot harder to defend a hoop than it is to defend a goal, in my opinion. But then at the same time, it is also harder to take shots on the hoop as well. But in terms of how much I enjoy it, I'd probably put it up as meh to good fun. Some days it can be a little bit rough because there's not enough people playing, so sometimes you're just playing either really good opponents or not that great opponents. So I'm going to put it up as the good fun and meh section. However, in terms of improving your gameplay, I would say this is the most beneficial fun mode of them all. So that is going to push it up to good fun. And if you're trying to improve your backboard defense, why go and try out some hoops? The only one issue with trying out hoops though is that the boost placements and the map is slightly smaller. So if you get used to hoops too much, you'll find that you're driving around in 3s or 2s, missing the boost pads all the time. So for that reason, we're going to go for good fun, and I'm going to actually put it above Rumble, but I'm going to put it below 2v2 because I'd say 2v2 is slightly more beneficial than Hoops. Even though Rumble is more fun than Hoops, in my opinion, it is going to go slightly above it just to the fact that it's quite a useful game mode. And now we are moving into the next one, which is Snow Day. So before we even go into the game mode Snow Day, I'd just like to say the queue times for Snow Day are the longest out of all of the game modes that I have ever searched for, to be honest. You could be sat there for at least 10-20 minutes just searching for one match and then be put in a match where you're either against SSLs or really low champs when I'm in GC. However, if you've run it with a team, it is really good fun and you do tend to win quite a lot of the games. So in terms of enjoyment, I'm going to probably put it into meh/boring only because of the queue times, and now for improving your gameplay. So pretty good for if you want to improve your pinches, but apart from that, I wouldn't say it's a great one because the ball is not got the same physics at all as the puck. So if it goes around the walls, if it bounces off the sidewall and stuff like that, it's impossible to read because you're not used to it. For that reason, I'm going to drop it down to meh. Just because I enjoy it more than 1v1, I am going to put it above 1v1, but a lot of people probably would put Snow Day below 1v1. And now we make our way into the next mode, which is Heat Seeker. Now, a lot of people do enjoy playing Heat Seeker in my sub games. I do enjoy it as well, to be honest. However, if people are just going to drive around and demo you, then it can be quite unenjoyable, if that's the right word, or not enjoyable, one of those two.
What on earth are you on about?
But in terms of improving your gameplay, again, very low down in terms of improving your gameplay, because you're not going to be able to curve a ball in real life when you're playing the actual game, or you're not going to be able to save a shot because you're used to the curve on the ball when you actually move back into playing normal modes. So for that reason, I'm going to put it down at boring. I'm not a massive fan of Heat Seeker. I know a lot of people are a bit more a fan of Heat Seeker, but in my opinion, it's going down to boring, unfortunately. And next we are moving into beach ball. Now I have to say I don't enjoy beach ball whatsoever. I actually once watched one of Lethamir's videos where they did volleyball, and that actually looked great fun, where you can actually play with a net in the centre. You can't cross it onto the person's side and things like that. So I think they could make beach ball a pretty good game mode if they did incorporate Lethamir's map. However, in terms of just playing with the beach ball in the standard mode, I definitely would not recommend playing this mode. For me, not enjoyable at all, down at the boring / please remove so far. And now in terms of improving your gameplay, it is horrible for improving your gameplay. The ball's just so hard to read, it's curving everywhere, the gravity is completely different to a normal ball, rotations are just non-existent when people play this mode. So I'm going to put this one all the way down at the bottom to please remove, and I'm even going to be putting it below Chaos as well. And next we are moving into Spike Rush. Now I know one of my subscribers, I can't remember who it is, loves playing Spike Rush, and every time we do sub games he's always asking if we can do Spike Rush. I can't remember who it was, it might be Thistix, I may be completely wrong there though. But Spike Rush is not one of the most enjoyable game modes in my opinion. I'm going to put it in sort of meh category. Sometimes it can be good fun, and when you're actually playing with loads of people who've been playing Spike Rush for a while, it is good fun, but at the same time it is so hard to read sometimes when people let go of the ball and things like that, and some people are so good at it now that it is ridiculous. But in terms of improving your gameplay as well, I mean, you're never going to have spikes. Apart from in Rumble, you're never going to have spikes on your car, unfortunately, so I do not think it is very beneficial at all to improving your gameplay. So I'm going to be putting this one down in the boring section, and I'm going to be putting it at the bottom end of boring, potentially even the top end of please remove. I don't know which I prefer out of Chaos and Spike Rush. I'll probably say Spike Rush just because Chaos I do really hate, so we're going to be putting Spike Rush down in boring. And finally, I added Solo Standard to this tier list for a reason, because I really used to enjoy Solo Standard when I was playing back in Season 3, Season 4, before free-to-play was even a thing. And that is exactly how I met Fluky and Atom as well. I met Fluky through playing Solo Standard, and then he introduced me to Atom.
Oh, friend!
But Solo Standard I think is a really good game mode for in terms of you want to do some threes, but your team's not around, but you don't want to ruin your threes rank. Go into Solo Standard. It's a perfect one to join. Although it is very toxic in Solo Standard, as everyone is solo players and people will say what a save, nice shot, things like that. I did actually really enjoy it, and I met a few people as well online through playing Solo Standard, so I'm a bit confused of why they got rid of it. In terms of improving your gameplay as well, I do think it is pretty high up in terms of improving your gameplay, because you get used to rotations of your teammates. However, you don't get used to rotations of teammates that you've never played with before. So I think it's very beneficial for positioning and things like that, especially when you're playing with people that you've never played with before. So for that reason, I think it's good fun to play, and I'd actually probably put it above Hoops, but maybe just below 2v2. I think I prefer playing 2v2 more than I would Solo Standard with some random, so I'm going to put Solo Standard just below 2v2. And just before we end, I've just thought I've missed one out. Knockout Bash, great game mode. Probably one of my favourite game modes as well, definitely up there. I actually really enjoy it, so I'll put that up as God tier or good fun in terms of enjoyment. However, improving your gameplay, there is no relevance to improving your gameplay at all. Maybe it improves your aerial mechanics control as you try and recover after being bumped off the edge of the map. However, apart from that, there is definitely no benefit to Knockout Bash. However, just because of my enjoyment, I definitely put it up there, and I put it at the top end of meh, just above Snow Day, because I enjoy playing Knockout a lot more. Even though it's not as beneficial, I enjoy playing it a lot more than I do Snow Day. I'd actually say it is quite evens to how beneficial it is compared to Snow Day at the game, just due to the fact of mechanical aerial control at recovering. So that is my tier list complete. You'll have to let me know down in the comment section below which ones you agree with and which ones you disagree with of what I've done on this tier list. There's definitely some people in the comment section below already typing out saying, why have you put this here, why have you put that there? But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. It is something a little bit different on the channel, and as I said, it was a members choice video as well, and if you do want to become a member, go and check those out as well on the channel. Just hit the join button on my channel and have a look at all the different perks that you get from becoming a member. And also, if you did enjoy this one, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you are new. We do lots of Rocket League content. We also have part runs every Friday and sometimes some vlogs when I go away as well. So I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one.